You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Most men don't realize their mindset is the reason why they keep getting the same type of woman. So today, I'm gonna be discussing how to reprogram your mind to attract better women. Simple as that, guys. I'm gonna get straight to it. At some point in my life, I've realized I'm getting the same type of woman, the same type of low vibration. What I didn't realize growing up is that the reason I wasn't getting or attracting the type of woman that I was trying to achieve, or the type of woman I was trying to attract, is because my mindset, my daily habits, the way I was moving, the way I even think, it comes down to as simple as that. So what you are, you will attract. If you are going out partying every weekend, if you're the type to drink a lot, if you're the type to meet these type of vibrational women, low vibration, let's keep it real, you will constantly attract these type of women. Why? Because you're going out, you're partying, you're drinking, you're indulging in these activities, right? So majority of the time, the type of females you are around like this type of lifestyle. So when you're trying to get a low-key girl, when you're trying to get a good girl, it's gonna be that much harder because you're used to communicating with these type of women, right? You're used to kind of maybe being a little bit more easy because of the situation or the environment that you guys are all in. So when you go and try to approach a different laid back, or a woman at the gym, or a woman at the park, the lake, whatever it is, you will realize, whoa, I'm not having that spark. It's way harder for me to communicate, to even get a connection going. So the first step that you have to do, and I realized late, but once I mastered it, I was able to attract any type I wanted. I'm talking about any. I've always kind of liked my woman older or mature because that's just how I was kind of put into in situation, going out to bars, drinks early at 17. Always was able to pick up older women because of my age difference and just practicing, being in these environments and talking to older women, right? So I've realized it was harder for me to talk to a woman mostly in my range because I was so used to the older, mature. And what I realized is that the younger women are always playing games, hard to try to make it difficult for you, while the older are very straightforward, very direct. They're gonna tell you straight up. They're feeling you or they're not. So I had to reprogram my mind, and that comes down to identity. You attract based off self-image. Who you are in the current state, who you are in the present state of mind, who you are right now. You have to understand that you will attract this type of woman. If you are on the weekends studying, working on what you have to be doing instead of going out, if you are reading, most likely you're gonna be able to attract this type of woman that's laid back, staying at home. If you're going out every weekend, if you're partying, you're gonna attract these type of women. If you want to travel a lot, you're going overseas, you're going to different states, it's gonna be easier for you to attract women in different parts of the world. I've experienced all different types of levels in my life. And I realized whenever I put my mindset, whenever I reprogram my mind, I was always able to attract better women. I stopped way back messing with 304s. At one point I was like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the games. I'm not about to catch anything. I'm not gonna even give them my time, my energy. I'm very selective now, to the point where I can go as long without making love, without doing this. One, I don't indulge in activities like the hub that gets you guys constantly always trying to look for this type of intimacy. I love my alone time. I've been with enough women that I've realized it's not about that, right? Because I have standards. When you have standards, standards come from identity. When you have standards, you'll realize that standards, it all comes from identity. If you don't really care what you're messing with, if you just would do anything that has legs, man, then you're going to attract only that. You'll realize that confidence comes from identity. Two, your habits. You have to realize, guys, your habits dictate your energy. What you do on a consistent basis, what you do day to day, routinely, that plays a significant role. I shouldn't even have to remind you guys, but that's why I stress and I try to inform you guys to have a routine, right? From the time you wake up, from the time you sleep, you should be taking advantage of every second. I don't care if you're younger, I don't care if you're older. As you get wiser, as you get older, you will realize your time is your most precious asset. Your time is your most valuable thing in life. And if you need to maximize it in every aspect possible, because that will get you to the results you want faster. That will make you avoid certain setbacks. That will help you learn, fail, and then you win. That's the only way. It's never gonna be a straight line to the top. Life is always a roller coaster. I don't care if you have it all, I don't care if you lost it all. It's always gonna be, you gotta have that mindset. And the only way you're gonna do that is if you set your boundaries. If you identify your habits routinely, this dictates your energy. If you are someone that your time is precious, you don't have time to be messing around. You're not texting these Tatianas around every couple hours. If you change your routine, you will realize you're not attracting these type of women no more. You're attracting a high value woman, a woman that's on her shit, a woman that's on her grind, a woman that's a high, maybe executive, maybe she making good income. It don't matter. But you're gonna be attracting this type of woman because you're on that time. You're doing well for yourself. You're making this amount a year, whether it's 5, 6, 7 figure, you're gonna attract that type of woman. Because you'll realize women respond to your routine. If you are someone that you make it known with her how you are disciplined, how you got no time for games, shenanigans, you're not here playing mind games, you're not here to be doing this, she will match your energy. I guarantee you that. Majority of the time, they will match your energy. If you're the one to play games, you're waiting every couple seconds or waiting a couple hours to hit her back when you saw it, you could have reached back, or you're not taking her out. I'm not saying waste time. I'm saying if this is your woman, you're not spending time on her, you're gonna see how she retaliates. She's not giving you what you want. She's not making you happy. She's not pleasuring you. She's not being the woman that you would like. You want a woman that's adding value to your life, that's helping you reach your goals, that's making you calm, that's making you peace. Whatever you look for in your woman, she will respond to your routine. And then, because discipline equals masculine polarity. Discipline equals masculine polarity. So with identity habits, you will slowly start to realize you are attracting low effort women because your mindset is low effort. A man that is entertaining women that don't like them, that's chasing, that's, how do I put it in nice words? That's accepting breadcrumbs, right? She gives you this day, you are rushing to say, yes, I'm available. No, you're not. You're busy. You're the man. You got more things that you should be doing, right? That's what she's looking for. And then you move without attention. That's what makes you attract low quality woman, or the type of woman that you do not want to achieve or want to attract. And to fix this, you need to set boundaries. You need to stop accepting low effort women. That means learn to say no. Guys, we all know that when a woman don't like you, she gonna tell you straight up, or she not going. Women are very picky, right? We see it today in the modern day age, how they want their man to be this height, this tall, make this amount, do this, say all this. They're very selective, they're picky, right? But why? Because they feel like they are the prize. If you've been watching me for a while now, you will understand that you are the prize. I keep reminding you guys, you are the man, you are the masculine man. You are the one that's to provide, to lead, and protect. Ain't no woman gonna do that for you. There's no way in this world that they are the prize. But because of how dudes simp, because of how even the successful ones, the rich ones, who are spoiling these type of women because they have no game, you will realize that a lot of these dudes who have no relationship in the past with women, who start getting money, just start simping, start giving out money, doing this, they will say, oh, because I'm a boss, because I got it like that. It's not. It's because they don't have no game. They don't know how to go on a date with a woman without doing any money. I can't stress enough how many times I've been with women and never spent a dime. And I'll still have a great time. I'll still end up going home with her. It don't matter, whatever I wanted to, because I set the boundaries, right? I don't come off as desperate. I don't come off as like, yo, I'm trying to smash. It's either like, yo, we're gonna have a good time, maybe go to the lake, chill, and then yo, I gotta go. I gotta drop you off. Stop accepting low effort woman. Understand that it's okay to swerve girls. For the longest growing up, I remember I used to partake. See, look, most guys, you guys are entertaining any woman that throw themselves at you. Learn to say no. No, fellas. No, I'm not intrigued. Yes, I appreciate the compliment, I appreciate the interest, but I'm good. I'm good off you. If she don't match your attraction, it's okay to say no and fall back. You don't gotta just bully with it because you're bored, or you feel like you're lonely, or you feel like you might not find someone in the future. No, become selective. Become selective, not desperate. Because one thing you have to understand, and I know you know this, I know most of you guys know this, but if you don't notice, you will realize the majority of women in today's age, they are super selective to the point where they're trying to attract men that are out of their league, right? They want to do that 6'6", make this amount, do this, and there are 2. They're at 3 at best, or 4. They think they are this when they're not, right? They think it's because they think they are the prize, because majority of a lot of successful men simp, who have no game, who spoil these type of women, and make them feel like life is on easy mode. Granted, a man's job is to make it a little bit easier for the woman, right? But only if she pleases you in a way where she makes your life easier. She's there for you emotionally. She's there for you, supporting you in what you need to be doing on your day-to-day habits, right? To reach your goals, your limits. You don't just go and spoil women. You don't just go on a first date and just spend bag on her. You don't go on a first date and go and take her to a dinner date. Never done that in my life, unless it was a high value woman, unless I was traveling somewhere and I just caught her approach and I met her. That's fine. I'm totally okay with you do that. Do not do to a local girl in your town or whatever. You know she's messing around with other dudes that you, and cut it out. Cut it out. You can go, it's okay to go to a lake. It's okay to go bowling. It's okay to do minor things where you're just getting to know, you're not wasting your bag, you're not spending, because she can just ghost you the next day. It don't matter what you did. You could have took her to a 5-star restaurant. You might have said the wrong thing that turned her off. You might have dressed what it could have been your outfit. It don't matter. So why are you putting yourself in this position? Then now you're getting frustrated the next day because she ghosted you because of, so no, start being selective. So if you do entertain certain types that you're not really intrigued with, do not treat her like how you going to treat you feel me? It's that simple, because you know they are selective. You need to be more selective. You are the prize. If you've been watching me on this channel for a while, you know I've been encouraging you to remind you to say you are the prize. You are the masculine man. You are here to lead, protect, and right? Am I right or wrong? So understand that. Set boundaries, okay? And then let's transition, guys, the upgrade method. If you really want to rewrite your standards, remove distractions, right? So let's rewrite it by removing distractions, right? And then move with intentions. Act like you are the man that you inspire to be. Act like you are the man that you want to be right now. I'm talking about right now. I've been telling you guys this. If you want to manifest, right? These manifestation gurus who think everything is only about manifestation and putting no work in. Wrong. Wrong. If you really want to attract the life you want, you got to start moving like it right now, right? And that's not just going to say, oh, believe it and you will achieve it. No, I'm saying actually move like it right now. You want to start making a certain amount. You want to work for this corporate office. You want to make it on the varsity team or whatever it is in life, guys. You know what I mean? Whatever it is in life, you have to start moving like that right now, which means waking up at 5 a.m. and putting in the extra work before school, and then going after school, putting in the work in the gym. Or that means studying early in the morning, then going to work, studying during your lunch break. While everybody else is going out to a cafe or whatever restaurant, you're putting in the work. You're doing the extra things that people don't want to do. Why? Even though you're not seeing the results right now, you will see it eventually, because you are moving like it right now. You have that idea, you have that visualization, you know you're going to achieve it. So you have to start moving it like right now. So when it comes to with women, act like you are the man that you aspire to be or you want to be right now, right? And if you're going to do that though, make sure you are living your truth. Make sure you are actually putting in the work day in, day out. So what does that mean? If you're broke, don't just act like you are rich, start moving like it. Start putting the work, start working certain jobs that you don't want to do, but you know it's going to lead you to your result. Start moving with intention, fellas. That's how you really achieve and attract the type of woman you want. And that's by reprogramming your mind. You want to stop living in this type of situation. If you are currently stuck in a situation where you just want to change your life, you're tired of the people around you, what you got to do? It's simple. Cut off dead weight. Cut off old habits. Remove certain distractions. Rewrite your standards. Understand that you are in charge of your life. You control it. So if you really want to attract and reprogram, if you really want to attract better women, reprogram your mind. It all starts with you. It's okay to stop accepting low effort women. I don't care if they're the only ones giving you attention. If they're the only ones in your DMs. If they're the only ones seems like it's showing you love. I get it. You might feel lonely at times if you're not talking to them, right? I wouldn't say leave them on. You can still communicate, right? But learn to say no. She wants to go do this and you're really not into it, but you're trying to like force yourself to go out and no. Because the girl that's not interested in you, what's she gonna do? Even though you did everything right, she gonna fake on you. She gonna say no. She gonna say, sorry, I can't tonight. She gonna say X, Y, and Z, right? You're the catch, you're the prize. Start acting like it. So become selective, not desperate. Be okay, be comfortable with not seeing a woman if it's been a week, a month, maybe a year. These fucking gurus or these self-improvement guys who tell you to, what are you doing with your life? You need to be doing this. You need to be seeing a woman every time while you focus on yourself, while you get in the bag. Wrong. You attract better women by literally focusing on yourself. It will come that much easier. They will start coming up to you. I mentioned this in one of my old videos, why women avoid attractive men. They do, but they still do approach. They still do come up. They still do monitor. So yeah, like I said, women don't respond to words, they respond to energy. I've been telling you guys this. When you change your identity, your energy changes. And then when your energy changes, when you change your identity, your energy changes. When your energy changes, your results change. No, this is the truth. When you change your identity, your energy changes. When your energy changes, your results change. And that's why mindset is greater than looks. Become the man who doesn't need validation. Become the man who has standards. Become the man who moves with intention. That's the real way to reprogram your mind to attract better women. Guys, it's that simple. It starts with you. If you really are tired of the same type of woman that you are attracting, whether they are 3 or 4s, whether they are thoughts, whether they're just confrontational, bad energy, always constant drama, every single time, it seems like no matter what you do, they are trying to find a reason to argue with you. They're trying to bring you down instead of uplifting you like a real woman would do, especially as a man on your purpose. It starts with you. Reprogram your mind. That's how you attract better women, right? Identity, habits, your day-to-day habits, your boundaries, setting boundaries, being strict. They are selective. You got to be even more selective. You are the catch. You are the prize. I only say this is you are the prize if you are on your mission, if you are on your purpose, if you're putting in the work, right? You don't have to make 6 figures like I mentioned, like I say most men should, because that's still not even enough. But a man that is working on his upbringing, like you're going up. You're aiming for the stars. No matter what, you're putting in the work day in, day out. The upgrade method, rewrite your standards, remove distractions, remove intentions, act like the man you want to be right now. It's that simple. If you really want to change your identity, if you really want to reprogram your mind, change your identity. And then your energy changes. It's that simple, guys. Everything will fall in fruition. The stars will align. You will start, that's why you realize in life, when you start moving different, people want to pull you back when you start going up, right? But when you're down, they want to all come around. There's a reason for that. I'll talk about that on the next video, guys. But how to reprogram your mind to attract better women. If you guys like this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with somebody who needs to see this. Hope you guys like this. Remember, it starts with you. Don't blame anybody else. Look in the mirror and say, yo, I'm done with this. Cut off these girls that are not giving you the energy or the attention or the love that you are truly meant to deserve, that you feel like you deserve, right? But then put in the work day in, day out. Start having a daily routine. Start moving like how you want to move. I swear on everything, you will start attracting these type of women. I'm telling you this from real life experiences. Once I stopped doing what everybody else is doing, once I stopped going out, when I stopped doing what I wanted to do, once I stopped being a man with high value status, once I started traveling, once I started attracting higher quality women. To a point where I never chased, never. Maybe back in the day, but never now, never. I don't care how attractive she is, I don't care how bad she is. If she is feeling me, she will approach me or she will make it known. You've seen this video right here, where I mentioned how if they're attracted to you, they'll make it known. Then I'll make a move. But I'll never put myself out there to have a girl that's low standards or have her try to reject me. Because I know what type of guy I am. You should as well too, because you are the prize. Remember that. Right? And I say that all to say because I'm a man with mission. I'm a man with daily habits. I don't waste no time. I don't hang out with friends I'm not in no group chats. I'm focused on me. I'm focused on helping me, my loved ones, family, trying to reach the goals that I'm trying to be at. And I know majority of you guys are on that same mission too. So start doing this. Start removing that away. Start removing distractions. Start saying no. Stop accepting low effort women, low vibration, and reprogram your mind to attract better women. Guys, if you guys need help, check the top link in the description, the pinned comments. And like always, clarity in mind, discipline in motion. I'll see you guys on to the next one. Peace and love. Love y'all. If you're new here, I go by the name CXM. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if this helped you. If it did, share this with somebody who needs to see this. And like always, clarity in mind, discipline in motion. I'll see y'all soon, man. Peace and love.